Hey there, everybody. I have been quiet the last few days because I have been thrifting, and I do like to go thrifting. I had the idea in my head that I wanted to increase some shelving in the area that I work in, and I wanted some magical elements. And so this is some of what I got. And so I'm going to walk through it with you and show you. The first thing you're seeing here, and I'll get it off the table after so we can see more, these little dessert bowls. I got 7 of those. Hubby was looking at them for the kitchen like, no, 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 this is for magic stuff. So with 7 of them, I could certainly, if you watch my videos, you know I like to do candles dressed with herbs for the 7 days of the week to empower the working that I do. So I could certainly put a candle in there and herbs, and I could have every day of the week because I have 7 of them. Now that seems like fun, and it would certainly be better than the little tiny dishes I was using with the candle in the middle. I think it ups the game just a little bit. So I'll take that away. And I don't want to break those. Now, next, well, I did find some lighting. And nothing makes a place look better than proper lighting. And I got several of these white ones. Didn't want Christmas lights. I wanted something white and pretty. And I think the cording will hide well in amongst my shelves. And with black electrical tape, I don't think anybody's going to notice. But it'll be a way for me to attach it to my shelves. Then, if I want some spotlighting in a specific area, I have this one. Now, the spotlighting was going to be something I needed because I was looking through a book, and it had stuff on gemstones and that. So I think this is how it all started. I needed to rework my shelves, bring out my gems, have everything more at hand, and that just led one thing to another. So I've got a hot mess going on down here. So what's the next thing? Well, this is kind of nice. It's similar to my other one. It's bigger though. Yeah, it has some issues with it, but generally that's pretty kind of cool. And if the lighting was in it and it was maybe a more substantial candle, I don't know, maybe even it's a bowl where I can put tiny, tiny white lights because I have some of those. And that might look nice on an altar or on a shelf just to bring up a little bit of glow, light things up a bit. I'm trying desperately because we're getting into fall to bring more lighting into my area. And I like the idea that this will reflect some of that. So what else did I get? Oh yeah, this was kind of neat. And this wasn't expensive at all. This, if I can get it in the picture there, I believe it actually goes this way. It's got little screw holes here on each end. And that's going to be one of my altar cloth holders, because I've got them scattered all over right now, some upstairs, some in baskets here, and it's just not working for me. So I think this might help out, at least with a couple. All right, so that goes away. Stick that back there. I'm running out of room behind me. Now, this was kind of neat, and I wondered if I could use this on my shelves. So they're LED lights meant for outside. So if hubby doesn't steal these, this might light up some of my cabinets. And he's going to be in charge of looking after the electrical. But I know I want to place stuff like this over my gemstones so I can see them better. Okay, then this one, I'll have to go this way. This was kind of neat. They're kind of heavy too. for $5. I was hoping for a third one, but they are for drapery. I collect a lot of saris, and some of them are just so darn beautiful. And I love to drape windows with them, and I haven't done that in this house. So my idea is to put the windows in front of you, that one and come up with something in the middle so I can do a swoop-de-doop-de with some nice silk saris. So I've always had something like that before, and I want it again. So that's that. Now, over here, so these are the less than obvious things. These are tied together. So I'll just snip that. Oh, because I seriously didn't know what they were. This says it's a knife rest. Ooh, and they were looking for $105 for it? Nope, that's 10. My eyes were shot. $10. Well, I didn't pay $10. Paid a little bit less than that. I paid $3.99 at Value Village. So a knife rest day. Well, I was thinking of something totally different because I liked this shape. And I'm wondering if I couldn't put these. I thought it was actually for putting toast in, but I'm wrong. I wanted to put these maybe on the edges of the cabinets just to dress them up a bit. And with all the new lights that I've brought in, that might bring a little bit more sparkle to the shelves. So that's kind of neat, but I don't know what I'm going to do with the main piece. So if anybody has any ideas, well, get that in view again. We have that side. I guess when you're carving Christmas dinner, you did put your knives against here. I don't know how it worked, but we're going to make it work somehow else. Now, this is kind of normal and boring, but if I can put some of my herb bottles in layers, I might be able to see the stuff better. And I like the non-skid thing, so I washed all that up. That's going to be a shelf somewhere in my little magical area. Then, let's get this one off the table. This was, I guess, from somewhere like the Superstore or Home Sense. So let's cut in. So there are 18 of these. And although I prefer screw-on caps, I might put gemstones in here. I might try some of the herbs that don't have a lot of fragrance, and it wouldn't be a shame to lose it, but the magic is still there. Or I wondered if I could get some candles. You know, it might be neat with herbs or gemstones in the bottom and put a candle, sort of a taper, in those. And there are 18, and I paid $8. So I'm okay with that because these are really nice bottles and they will stack side by side. And maybe even, where's that shelf? This thing here, I could stack along there. Just looks a little bit more organized when they're all the same shape. So 18 of those I thought was fine. I'll take it. Mine. And then No, I'm not going to hang these and put candles in them, but I might reshape this metal or tin because it's cheap tin and it will move. And again, I sort of like the way the light picks up some of the dressing on this, the prettiness. So that might just work out. And you know what? These were free. There was a table and I got 3 of them for free in the thrift store because nobody wanted them anymore. But come on, that gives a little bit of magical element there. So those are going to be fun. Okay, these. Now these I could use 2 ways, but my intention was just to lift some of the bottles and things and use it this way in the corners. Might even put the 2 of them together, but I could do it this way if I wanted to. Not going to be good for small gemstones. They're going to fall right through. Herbs, unless they're in bottles. Well, we could try that. Where did that bottle go? Over here. Well, I guess I could put bottles in there, but it seems a little bit of a waste. I think I want it for lift. Yeah, so I got 2 of those. They look like half of a Ferris wheel. Now, I did get another kitchen one like this. I might spray paint this black because white is not going to look good on my shelves. And again, it gives me a chance to do 3 levels. So it doesn't look so magical just yet, but I think it will. Now, I'm going to have to push pause for a sec to show you when you go thrifting and you got an idea, the chaos that it creates. My room is a hot mess down here, and it's all because I picked up a book, and I'll grab that book. Hang on a second. Now, this is the book, I think, that has just got me going on another creative adventure. Yes, I do like crystals, but I don't know enough about them all, and I want to know more. I've been just using my intuition. But in here, now this comes, I put it out on my community page for anyone with information on it for me to see how they were using it. I believe it's 75 cards, earth, air, fire, water, and storm. And I just got to the storm section. And being a Scorpio, we're always changing and changing things up. So this is the card that starts storm. And this is the one behind it that if I can't see it in the light, come on, baby, there we go. Okay, that has sort of set me off on this adventure. So it says, with turquoise there, the affirmation, I love, accept, and integrate all aspects of my life in order to bring wholeness. But the paragraph that did it for me with that card was, the card often appears during or just after a major storm has moved through your life. Well, when I turn this camera around, you're going to see the storm. If you have recently passed through the storm and feel that you or your life is some way broken, turquoise is encouraging you to sort through the shards and pieces and put them together in a new vision of your future. Okay, I'm hoping for a new future down here in my special room. Discard the fragments of your life that no longer serve you and that you don't want or need to carry forward into your new reality. Save only those parts of your life that are still resonant with your heart and being and use them to construct a new vision. Correct. So what I'm doing is reworking my magical space, and I will be donating things to the thrift stores, to the churches that no longer serve what I'm working towards. And I really want to show this deck in the next week or 2 and the cards, but I'm going to work through the storm cards. And as I say, you're going to see a storm when you turn this around. So bear with here. Okay, it sort of starts here. That was the bag with all my crystal bowls in it. This is usually a nice little sitting area. It's not looking so magical right now. And then over here, oh my golly gee, things have been coming off the shelf. I've got spell bottles here that out of these two, one worked, one did not. One was for the sale of my house, and that did not happen. And I think that's because inwardly I'm living in one spot and I may want to return back to my other home. But for now, and these are all the candles and the herbs for my 7 days a week workings. And I think, as I say, they're going to be better rather than these little bowls with a candle squished in the middle. Those little crystal bowls that I showed you at the first, I think that's going to work much better. And it all started with trying to make an area over here on my magical shelves for the gemstones that I have been collecting. So that's a little set there. And I have my wands. And I used to do massage with those prehistoric looking ones over there. And I have a basket down here full of layouts for laying on the body. And that has all stones in it. And then up here, we're getting into more stones, more crystals, and my board for laying on the stones for the chakras. And that book that I showed you in cards, it does have, gotta get past this light here, all kinds of things for working with crystals. And this is where I used to put spells that I was working on in there. But I've done some work here and cleaned things up a bit, but I want it better. See, I could stand better lighting in there and some better lighting down here. Yeah, I got my little battery lights, but I want it to be so much better. And I've got some of my essential oil decks with my chakras and crystals down here. So I'm hoping to have lots more cloths like this leaning over and rework, because over here, go slower so I don't upset anyone, I got books up where magical stuff should be. So I think all those books will make room for more and yet look better down below. So I'll be reworking some of these shelves just to make it that much better. Bring the magical up and bring the reference material down. So I'm going to blame it on that one deck that I pulled out that has created such a stir. And I'll let you see in a few days how much more, I hope, magical the shelves can be. Well, good luck everyone and blessings.